What's up, guys? It's your pal on Wheels, Cory Hot Wheels. No, I didn't do the donut today because this is just kind of going to be a video of me explaining things like the change and everything. So, I just kind of want to keep it real with all of you. I know I explain things on Facebook, but I wanted to explain things on here. For people that want to wear it, yeah. I changed back to Cory Hot Wheels because, with me being with, C.T. Berry being a manager, I just kind of wanted to keep, C.T. Berry as wrestling manager and Cory Hot Wheels as YouTuber, Twitch streamer, what have you. Pretty much anything that's not related to, talent wrestling. Because the main portion of the wrestling business is to try and stay in character. Whether you're face, whether you're heel, And if you notice, a lot of wrestlers that are, Twitch streamers, YouTubers, what have you, they go by a different name on this platform other than their wrestling name. Because, we want to try to, have a character when we do our wrestling. Because here, when we're on YouTube, this is our passion. Because, not saying that wrestling is not, but it's a different passion compared to content creating for a lot of people. I wouldn't say all, but, I feel that it's that way for a lot of us. We try to keep the things separate. And because it's when I'm at a venue, I'll just keep it real. When I'm at a venue and the lights are on, I'm CT. Whether I'm managing, right now, wheeling and dealing, those are my guys. We're faces. The fans are behind us. They love us. But, and then, let's say, whatever, character, whatever story we're trying to tell, we keep that at our venues, because when we walk out those doors to go to our cars at night, we're back to ourselves, we're back to our everyday people, it's and that's why, because, when we go back in the locker room, and I know I can talk about this because there's several documentaries of, sort of thing, like locker room camaraderie, whether we're faces or we're heels, at the end of the day, we're brothers and sisters. When we go out of that curtain in front of you fans, we're telling a story. But when we're in the locker room, or when we're outside of the venue when the lights are off and the cameras aren't rolling, we're everyday people. Just like you. So that's why I have decided to keep C.T. Berry as wrestling and bring back Cory Hot Wheels for YouTube. Because when I'm here on YouTube, I'm a fan, just like every one of you. When I'm CT, I'm a talent trying to do my job to get over. I'm here on YouTube, there's all kinds of things we talk about. We talk about sports, we talk about video games, we talk about wrestling, and I still will talk about wrestling. But when I talk about wrestling on here, I'm not talking about wrestling as a talent. I'm talking about wrestling as a fan. And that's why I felt, it was a good idea to differentiate the two. And the reason why I'm getting on here and talking about it now is because, it's like, you're going to see me, as C.T. Berry, and I'm going to be, dressed like I am right now. But even then, at that point, like, I'm still a talent. Because, when we're in the back of the locker room, it's like, we're sitting there and we're talking about sports, we're talking about our families, we're talking about life, just like everybody else. But, when the lights are on, it's character time, it's go time. It's time to tell a story. But when I'm sitting here in my apartment, like, I'm not a talent anymore. I'm a human being, that has hobbies just like everybody else. And when I'm here to talk about those hobbies. Like, let me show you something. Like, like right here. I love talking about video games on this channel. And, this is a game I literally snagged for $8 at the Classic Plastics toy store. And I will shout them out real quick. If you guys are in the Parkersburg area, or, somewhere close to it, please check them out. Great group of guys. They sell awesome vintage toys, old and, retro video games, and as a toy collector and a video game collector, I love shopping there every time I'm at, the mall. I believe they have a store up in, oh shoot, I think it's like Lancaster or something, and, they have a Peddler's Junction booth, which is also a local chain that's like a giant flea market, basically, and, they have an eBay page as well, so go check them out, show them some love. But, it's like this. Like, you guys know I have other interests other than wrestling. And this is a game, I pulled out of my backlog, of, like, my older games. And, and my God. Like, I looked at the critics. And, and they kind of bombed this, but I'm like, man, this game is just so much fun. Like, you do a tour mode, and you pick a team, you create a player, and you go to these different cities. So, I mean, it is tackle football, but kind of sort of think of it as rugby, because there's no kicking. Like, when you get a touchdown in a typical NFL game, you have two options. You go for the extra point or the 2-point conversion, which is the same in this game. But you throw for the extra conversion, or you, like, it's 5 yards for 1 point, and then, like, back up another 5 yards, and if you get, like, if you run it into the end zone or throw a pass into the end zone, you get 2 points. But, this is something I really, really have been enjoying, and, I was, going to talk about this on the channel. It's like, if you have a PS3 or a 360 and you like sports games, check this out, because, like, in a lot of the mode, it's like, you play to 24, so, like, the first team to score 24 points or higher wins, and then, or, you do, two halves, but the halves only last a minute and 30 seconds. And, it's just the amount of adrenaline and focus you gotta have to try to get your team to win, in the span of 3 minutes. So, but, and this just goes to show you that, like, on this channel, I don't want to be known for just wrestling, because I have a lot of other passions other than, wrestling. But, yes, wrestling is a big part of my life, and it's something I've loved since I've been 11 years old. But, there's other things that I love too. Like, I've been playing these sports games, like, like on the PS2 and crap, since before I even knew what wrestling was. So, it's like, video games have been a big part of my life as well. And, and that's why, like I said, I felt, it was a good, because a lot of people, like, there's some people in my family that absolutely despise wrestling. Like, they hate it. Like, I try to get them to watch it, and they're like, no, we're not watching it. It's not happening. And, and I try to cut promos and, be that character, and they hate it. They're like, this isn't you. Like, why are you being like this? And they don't understand that I'm trying to play a character. Because when you're wrestling, you are somebody that you're not in real life. You are a totally different person than what you are, when you go to Walmart. When you go to your everyday 9-to-5 job. Some people. Yes, there's plenty of people that, stay in character all the time, and if they're heels, they're just total jerks to people. But that's not me. Like, when I'm here on YouTube, I'm Cory. I'm a young 26-year-old man that's on here sharing his passions with all of you. When I'm in that venue, like, I'm CT. People may love me, people may hate me, because it's like, yeah, I sit here and, bash, people all the time, when I'm wrestling or when I'm doing a promo. But it's like, here on my channel, like, bashing is the furthest thing that I do. I don't bash anything. Like, I talk in constructive criticism, but you will never hear me bash anything, because I'm not that kind of person in real life. So, I just wanted to get on and kind of explain the difference to people, who may not understand wrestling, or, they don't follow my wrestling career, so that's why I figured it was time to differentiate. Like, keep CT wrestling and, keep Cory for, YouTube and Twitch and all that other fun stuff. And, reviewing wrestling as Cory the fan and not CT the talent. So, that's why I just wanted to get on here and kind of clear things up, explain everything. So, if I can find the results of the WWE show online, I will make a video talking about everything that happened there. And we will go over our, typical week-to-week NFL scores. And yeah, I'll still talk about it, even though the Browns broke my heart today. I don't understand why they tried to throw on 3rd and 3 inside 2 minutes. Like, we had the game won. I mean, I understand they wanted to do a touchdown to seal it, but you have Kareem Hunt, one of the best backs in the league, and, Jerome Ford's up there. No, he ain't Nick Chubb, but I mean, Jerome Ford's getting better week to week. And then you have Pierre Strong, who is, making a decent showing for himself. So, I mean, 3rd and 3, I'm like, I guarantee you one of them could have got the yards. And even if they didn't, even if they only picked up like 2, go for it again and try to get the first down to seal the win. But, that's what all our NFL teams do. They love to break our hearts. So, yeah, we'll talk about that hopefully tomorrow. If I have time. You guys know I'm pretty busy. I have staff here every day. So, with that in mind, I'm going to hop off here and get some shut-eye. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.